I can't start. Good morning, everyone. So this is our, pray for us. We are off to our survival training. This is our last stop, I think, before we lose reception. Chloe and I are heading out. So they gave us a list of 10 things that we're supposed to bring. And why are you laughing at me?
You brought like our whole house.
I didn't bring our whole house, but I have a few more than 10 things. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that. I have a few. I'm a nurse, I'm a mom. So I've got our camping bucket there. I've got an ice chest, and I've got I just have a few more than 10 things. Our backpacks, I've got 2 first aid kits. I want to know how to do this, but I don't necessarily want to actually do it yet, because until I actually have the information, I feel confident with it. So we are off to do this. It reminded me of a book I'm reading. I'm actually for the second time reading Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning. It's a great book. And I love something he says in there. He says, there are parts of myself that I do not have to tolerate. And he also talks about how man can adapt to anything. And I love that. And I have all these thoughts. I think we all do. We get these thoughts in our heads. I can't sleep if I don't have my 5 pillows, my blackout shades, my earplugs, all these things. So I did not bring my 5 pillows or my blackout shades.
Did you bring your eye mask?
I did bring my eye mask. So, because I'm freaked out by bears and snakes and all these ideas of all these things. So, I don't want to be afraid of that stuff. So, what are you afraid of?
You, mostly.
You're not afraid of me. You should be a little more afraid of me, actually.
No, I take that back. I'm more afraid for the bears.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so...
And for the people.
So anyways, but I don't want to have those fears. I want that fear to be transformed into a more positive energy, and I've got the light right in your face. So...
No, it's great. I look like an angel.
Okay,
everyone knows I am
an angel with little horns is what she is.
Just kidding. That's not true at all.
So anyways, I want that energy to be transformed into something more useful than fear. So I'm going out trying to conquer these fears. Right. And I think
we're gonna live like cavemen.
Right. So I think about that. I mean, we're pretty, we're all pretty blessed. And I think about the poor people that went through what they go through in Florida and Texas and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? We should at least know how to deal with this stuff and not think we can't do it if something happens. We should be able to do it even if we don't have to do it.
And not even that. It's really empowering, and it's fun having the knowledge of living off of and not having to rely on other people or things to survive, or not only to survive, but just to live comfortably. You can live comfortably and you can have fun and be happy and do it on your own and not rely on it. And not only that, limit your resources. So not have to rely on so much stuff. People don't realize, they're like, oh, I can't go out there without this. And I'm like,
your Wi-Fi. Oh my God, I'm not going to have my phone.
I'm like, actually you can. It just takes about a day to get used to it. But I do think that we can adapt to anything. And I actually enjoy it. So you just have to do it.
So as a teenager, you're not going to die without your phone?
Oh no, I'm happy to not have my phone.
Did you hear that?
I'm happy that I'm not being bothered by other
teenagers?
Gremlins my age.
The gremlins your age. So take your teenagers out where they don't have a phone, see if they survive, right? We want to do this. And I actually heard this term and I thought it was fascinating. It's called being counterphobic, okay? So I do have this, I'm sort of freaked out by the idea. They don't want us sleeping in a tent. I have news for you. I'm taking a tent because the idea of me sleeping on the ground with bugs and snakes, I'm not quite there yet.
That wouldn't be comfortable for anybody in the vicinity of my home.
Right. So, anyone in what she's saying is anyone near me would not be happy if I were not in a tent because I would be so uncomfortable. But I'm just not quite there yet, but I'm going to go out there and try and overcome that fear. They want you to sleep in the shelter you build. And so
we're still going to make a shelter. We're just not going to sleep in it.
Right. And maybe I will by the end of the weekend. I'm not sure. But here's the thing. I want to overcome that fear of sleeping on the ground, knowing that there's bears and coyotes and snakes and bugs and all that stuff. I want to overcome that fear. And that's called being counterphobic. I heard that term and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I like that term. It's why I practiced karate. When I was attacked when I was 15, I realized I didn't want to go through life being terrified of people and men just because they were bigger than me and they could overpower me. So I started practicing karate because it felt empowering. And the same thing with this. I'm going out there to proactively do something to overcome this fear, and that's a counterphobic technique. So think about something that you are afraid of, and think about what you might proactively do to overcome that fear. I love what Tony Robbins says, if you can't, you must. So that's kind of what we're doing, right? If you can't, you must. So here we go. Pray for us and all of our stuff. And when I get back, we'll do a little live chat and wrap it up and show you what we have. And oh, here's the other thing. What I love is that the backpacks that we put together for survival training, they make great grab and go packs so it's like double duty because I'm all into prepping for emergencies. It's a great grab and go pack. Everything you put in there is perfect for grab and go.
Pretty much anything that's camping, and what people don't realize sometimes is anything when you're preparing for camping is like preparing for survival. It's like preparing for emergency, because you're learning how to use the resources you have and limited resources to survive and to live. So
and not glamping, we're talking about camping.
No, this is real camping, not glamping. I'm not doing the glamping thing anymore.
Right. So we will touch base with you when we get back. All right. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.